I'll say making your way out of the I'll say out of this I'll say away from the circus and I'll say away from this circus carnival um and through the remainder of the woods you do see a sign um saying Celestic. I say Celestic about I say Celestic roughly about I say roughly about 10 miles.
That sounds familiar.
It's actually a lot closer to the circus than I was expecting. Okay.
And I'll say you guys have been walking for a bit, having left the circus. You guys are. I'm just saying, like by the time you see this sign that says Celestic about 10 miles.
Okay. Just for the purpose of do I, knowing if I have to roll my growers or anything, is same day?
It's the next day.
Okay, so
It's the next day. You are aware that Celestic does not have a gym.
okay, so it's a good place to stop over if we need for supplies, but not.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you guys want to roll general knowledge, you are welcome to. I can tell you some. I can tell you a handful of things about it.
One moment.
One moment.
I apparently have excuse me, but I'll do that later. General knowledge?
General knowledge, if you want to like gain any sort of insight on this town.
Wow, well, pretty good for these apes.
Yeah, that's actually really good. Did you want to roll anything, Tristan?
I did. The general
Or-
education 16.
Oh, okay, I see it up there.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Yeah, I rolled it right before I rolled
Okay.
my berries and shit.
Okay. Celestic Town. You are familiar. I say it's a very small town, but it's considered to be one of the oldest, if not the oldest town, the oldest place in Sinnoh. People believe it to be the first. I must say the first settlement of this region. Um, One of the it is known for the ruins. I must say, is known for some ruins that it has there that are that have been set up. I must say that tell there's a cave in the center of the town with carvings that tell from what you believe to tell the legend of Azelf, Mezspirit, and Uxie.
Is that oh shoot, what do they call it? Is that from ancient Pokeopolis? Because that sounds like
Um,
standard words there.
Mm-hmm.
they're pretty. They were considered lake guardians.
Hmm.
Not sorry. Let me see if I can.
Want to crack it, old legendary guardian?
Well, they're depictions of them, not the actual thing. See, there we go.
Oh, okay. Okay. They're separate names. Gotcha. The way it was said, it sounded like all kind of like one thing, and I'm like, well, that sounds fascinating, but it doesn't sound like standard Pokees.
Yeah, must say there are three separate Pokemon. They're considered lake spirits. Um, you must say they're considered lake spirits. They are this region's effectively they're triumvirate, as most regions have one. Zapdos, Articuno, and Moltres, and Raikou, and I can't remember the fire one, but Yeah. Um, yeah. They are this region's triumvirate of legendary Pokemon.
Okay.
Well, lower tier triumvirate of legendary Pokemon. But they are considered lake spirits. Um, People have not seen them in quite some time. By quite some time, I mean decades. There are stories of people seeing them, but as far as like the last time that someone legitimately saw them and everyone else could back them up on it has been years.
Okay.
Um, so let's take let's see. You are aware there is no Pokemart in town, but you have heard that I'll say you are aware that there is like a small general mom and pop shop.
Interesting. Yeah, this is a really kind of a different place than what we've been to before, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'll say the population of this town is only 22 people.
Let's see how I am on
I'll say.
supplies.
What does make this town the most popular town, one of the most popular towns. Um, I'll say the only thing that actually gives this town any sense of notoriety, short of the ruins, which most people in this day and age don't care about, is the fact that this is the hometown of Cynthia.
Okay.
So it gets, I must say, most of the tourism that it gets is because of her. And the Lake Spirit Shrine actually kind of takes a backseat to that. But but most of Cynthia's family is here, and this is where she was raised and started her journey.
Cool. Cool. Neat. Oh. Oh.
Oh, what?
Um. The sheet deleted my monies.
Do you not remember? I want to say shit. Um,
Uh, I I saved a lot. If you don't mind, I'm gonna put in how much I think it was, and I'm actually gonna put it on an item line and not the regular line. If that's gonna be happening to me.
It's been a while since we've had that kind of glitch.
yeah, I don't keep track of, of money.
Yeah. Oh no, no. I completely get that. I completely get that.
Well, that
Shit.
said, I am a little low on restoratives because I was blowing them during your gym battle is yet to finish.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So we could pop in long enough to resupply a little bit.
Yeah. I was looking at potions and such myself. I know you're primarily berries. I don't recall if you actually are adept at like making regular pure potions.
I'm not a potion crafter.
Okay.
This character was not intended to be the medic.
Gotcha.
It's like I had, the only berries I took were ones that they happen to be restoratives, but I mainly took them to help Sarah with her contest that she's not doing, because all of them could be made into poffins.
Yeah. I like that. David likes the idea of the contest to vary it up. The character isn't here for the contest though.
Yeah. So it's
Yeah,
like I can cure most status conditions thanks to the berries, but actual hit points and injuries I am low on.
Yeah, it's not like you guys don't have a ridiculous amount of money.
And that's the thing. Like now I have money. Before I didn't have money because it's like I had all these things I needed to sell, but we were never someplace I could sell them. So
Then you
now,
finally got to.
yeah, now I finally got to sell them, and so I'm flush with cash, and I have that thing that says everything in this region is half off.
Oh, right, you have that super coupon.
Because you won.
Yep. So yeah, I can make sure we have restoratives, provided the shop has stuff. Which, well, it's a fucking shop. I would hope it has. I would like to think it has restorative.
Okay.
However, again, we still do not have to pay money for Pokeballs. So
Okay. Yeah, I will check out
Okay.
their general shop.
Alright. As you guys are getting close to the town, I need focus rolls.
oh.
Ooh, fun. Fun.
Because I have to put an adventure hook in here.
Oh yeah, the this will be great. Go 1D focus.
Ah, shit.
Remember, I do aura. Aura is intuition, not focus.
That's actually pretty good.
I'd say for this
That's
game
not so
and
much.
1D, that is amazing.
That is amazing.
It better not be another Mist Demon.
Are you are you guys walking side by side, or is like one of you in front?
Well, depends on how wide the path is, because we don't walk anywhere anymore. We have bikes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Go up trees,
Okay.
back down trees. It's crazy.
Okay. In which case, about saying, in which case, yeah, you so you're just kind of biking next to each other. It's a pretty wide road, say about 15 feet wide, about the size of like the street that you got. It's a fairly wide road, comparatively. Let's say it's about like the size of one lane on like on Shepherd Street.
Okay, so probably kind of like next to each other, but I'm gonna hang back just a little bit in case I need to slide behind for oncoming somebody coming the other way.
Yeah. Standard
Okay.
bike riding.
Formation.
Yeah.
Okay, so you said you're riding a little behind.
It's kind of like on a diagonal, so it's like I'm next to him, but I can very easily slide behind if somebody starts coming the other way.
Okay, there's a brief hit. I'll say, while you are riding, um, I'll say while you are riding, Jay, for a split second, you don't. If I say for a split second, your vision shifts, and you no longer see. You no longer see Lattice. Lattice, for a brief moment, your vision shifts, and you see yourself.
Huh? Instead of Jay, or am I oncoming to myself?
You I must say for a brief moment, your vision you see Lattice on a bike. You see yourself on a bike. And Jay, for a moment you're still on a bike, but you don't see Lattice. But then your vision kind of shifts back I'll say only for about half a second does your vision kind of shift and throw you off. Can I get a quick yet easy acrobatics check to keep from falling off the bikes due to the sudden distortion?
Joke's on you. I'm bad at acrobatics. Okay, let's give this a shot. Oh! I rolled better than I thought.
Okay,
Oh, nice.
nice. Okay, both of you wobble a little. I'm gonna say both of you wobble a little. It's like, ugh. and but both of you can hear the other kind of like shuffle a bit, but you manage to correct yourselves and continue biking.
Oh, that's weird.
Hmm?
Um. Uh. It's, Alma, you see anything?
Is Alma in her Pokeball or is Alma on your back?
Uh. Uh. Low, she'll be in her Pokeball. Okay, well, damn, it's low. Okay, she's in her Pokeball. Okay.
What about Mase and what's his face is on your back, Harold?
Um. I think
Is
Triss is.
Harold on your back? Oh,
I
Tristan
think
walked off.
Triss is
Okay.
getting food. I. I
Okay.
believe as a general rule, yeah, but I'm.
Yeah.
That's just me
Okay.
guessing.
Okay. In which case, Harold will probably end up nudging Jay, kind of like, you okay? Just kind of like latching on to him, kind of giving him a bit of a the hell. I'll say type look.
Okay. Yeah, I'll need to wait a moment for Trish to return. Man, I've just been coughing for like a while now. I'm thinking it's the cold.
Hmm.
I'm hoping it's the
That's
cold.
not good. That's not a good thing.
Yeah.
So what is dinner?
Um. Um. I think it was mashed potatoes and something.
Okay. Look at the chart, right?
mm. Mm. Oh, there we go.
Got it all.
No, it's gonna keep happening. It's like it's kind of funny because like I'll be fine for like a bit, and then later on in the day, it's like no, you're gonna fucking cough. Do it. And I'm like no, and it's like do it.
Do the cough, goddamn
part of me thinks it would kind of be fun to play, like either a sci-fi or medieval game, but use the system. I want to tweak the combat a little bit, but use the system and just have the Pokemon be like creatures. So you could actually have like beast tamers, but you don't necessarily have to be beast tamers. So in addition of all the other classes, you could be like straight up warrior, sorcerer, and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, they did have they had the thing for that.
Yeah, and
There's
have
a system.
yeah, go on.
Yeah, I must say, yeah, they had the, I must say, there was a book thing for that that was included in that pretty much just kind of lets you, it's like Game of Thrones Pokemon almost.
Yeah,
Like I like that system. That was actually a pretty good one.
funnily enough, you could probably do an entire medieval style thing and still make it Pokemon esque by having the houses or families or whatever try to capture and or train the most powerful Pokemon for like an upcoming secession battle or something. Like I don't know, like the king is dead. There's no line of secession. So as per tradition, in 6 months' time, there will be a grand bout with the creatures of the land or something. And that way you can have, you know, backstabbing or whatever, like steal another family's, say, prized, totally not Pokemon, or make them sick, or have you like you do all the Game of Thrones stuff and just like throw Pokemon over it.
Like something, something, something Pokemon. I mean, technically, yeah, could work.
Oh, the breeding and mentor class would probably be really good. T- Take out the other side's breeders. Ah, jeez. Seriously, it can get like really dark or really funny or really it really depends on how something like that would be played. You use a Ditto to like seal someone's Pokemon, but use a Ditto to replace their Pokemon, like right before a crucial battle.
And I was like, having a Ditto, like,
Sorry about that.
No problem, thank you. Fish. Fish is what I was not remembering.
So we did yet?
No. He was asking if Harold is like out on your back.
He always is.
Okay, that's what I was
okay.
thinking.
In which case, he will kind of like jolt when you kind of like wobble, and Harold will kind of give you like the "You okay?"
I think so. That was weird. Whatever that was.
And did anyone else feel that?
I felt it. Yeah, there was a thing. I'm not sure.
Yeah, it was like a bump in the road, except in your brain.
Hmm?
I think that's a way to describe it.
Sure, we'll go with that.
Something happened in my brain. Yeah, I guess that's the way of putting it. Okay. As you guys near the town, so as you guys near the town, you will come across a handful of, I'll say, you'll see a handful of Pokemon, in the general area, just kind of hanging out in the tree line. I'll say a couple of Spearow, I'll say a couple of Spearow, some Caterpie, um, just everyday stuff. Just a couple of everyday Pokemon. If you want to see if you see anything of note, you're welcome to make a roll. And so if not, then you just continue on as normal.
I think I'm good. You?
Hmm. Well, with that mental bump. I'm just gonna keep my eye out. I'm not gonna intentionally go off the beaten path, but I do want to keep my eye out to see if there's like any unusual Pokemon like hiding in the brush or like flying overhead, following us for a bit too long. That kind of thing.
Okay.
Getting a weird echo for some reason.
Yeah, everything seems legit. I don't really notice anything going on.
Huh. Does do these mega bikes have like baskets on the front?
Hmm?
Do these mega bikes have like baskets on the front?
I think we had the option for a basket on the
Yeah.
front or that little carry plate on the back.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Um. While I'm riding them, I'll pop Alma out of her ball and have her like be in my case, the front basket area.
Okay.
She has way better eyes than me. I feel like Gladys should wear glasses with with the how average his perception is. Okay. Are there any signs nearby?
Yes, you will see. I'll say.
Or are they readable? Good,
Yes.
so we're not dreaming.
Hmm.
I'd check. Don't want to have to fight the Dream Masters.
So yeah. So yeah, you don't really see anything like terrible. No. Is that really? Oh my fucking god! I hate this.
Okay, Lattice is kind of being alert because there was like something odd happened, so he's like, but yeah, okay, yeah. Aside from that, yeah, so he'll just continue riding on, which in the
Oh,
case of the
okay.
Mega Bike could be on anything. The Mega Bike is hilarious. What Poke Tank? Drive over you.
Alright.
If unless you're Mad Max, true cars on this bike.
Okay. Um. All right. Um. Cool. As you guys, let's see. As you guys enter the town, let's say, as you guys enter the town, it is fairly quiet. I'll say it's fairly quiet. You do hear a couple. You do hear a couple of people, kind of moseying around. But for the most part, it's pretty quiet out.
Hmm.
Um,
Okay. Um.
it does. I'll say, Jay, your aura field is giving you some very strange vibes.
I don't see like any tourists or anything, or is everyone here seemingly people who live here?
Everyone here seems to live here except for one person who seems to be standing at the shrine entrance and seems to be staring at it very intently, as if they're trying to figure out something.
Well, something's off.
You will see this person standing at the shrine, just kind of like staring as if they're trying to read the text for it very intently.
I feel like we should know that person.
Miranda, she is she is one of the NPCs who has been
Okay.
semi sort of helping you along on your journey. She was, beforehand, she was kind of shifting around with you guys. Yeah, heading around. You have to drop her on the map. Let's see. As a matter of fact, I need to roll for her as well. Focus. Okay. Let's see. All right. Yeah, that was in. All right. That was enough for her. Okay. All right. You guys roll into town. She's gonna kind of be looking around. She's like, "Yeah, this definitely seems unpopulated."
Oh, that's not normal.
I mean, probably, but I mean, who knows?
Did you have a weird glitch on the way in?
Some feels off, but I don't wouldn't describe it as a glitch. It just feels strange here. I'm not exactly sure, but could be worse.
Is this
They must say,
is this place
hmm?
usually so barren?
I mean, he was like, well, I mean, well, you got the same thing that that Jay got. There's roughly a population of this town is 22 people. So so if there's no tourists, there's usually no activity.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I'll say both of you do see Miranda down there. Um, there does seem to be I must say you will note. I must say you do see a pair of feet on the other side, but you don't exactly you don't exactly recognize them. So you don't exactly you can't exactly see yet.
Hello, poke poke.
Um, she's gonna turn around and look. She's like, "Oh, wait, is that? Oh my God, it's the contestants! You found your way back here." She's gonna like start punching herself in the head. She's like, "Shut up, shut up, shut up!" Hi, hi! Don't let them know. Don't let them know. All right, hi, 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 hi. She's gonna start running up the stairs towards you.
Oh, this is Ricky.
Hmm?
I'm gonna say she's like, hi. It was like, hi, green hair and blue hair and you. And Sienna's gonna be like, did I do something to you? She was like, it's been so long, green hair, and you're alive. I'm so happy to see that. And blue hair. I'm so happy to see that you live too. So, how you doing? You having a good time? You've
Having a
been.
confusing time.
She seems incredibly off from what you remember.
Oh yeah.
Her personality seems very off, but unnervingly familiar.
Familiar, you say?
Yes, particularly familiar to Lattice. But this isn't the person who would give you that familiar feeling. But this person feels incredibly familiar, more so to Lattice than to Jay, but to Jay as well. You will hear another familiar voice come from behind the shrine over on this side, from the legs underneath that you can't see. You will hear another voice come from there, being like, "Could you please?" It was like, "Could you please leave people alone? We are trying to figure out a way to get. We are trying to find a way to fix this." That voice also sounds familiar. Um, I'll say, Miranda is going to be like, "Oh, come on, it's not that bad." It's like, it's not that bad. I get to be an adult and I have a nice body. And it's better than being a kid.
Oh no.
I really
Oh, no.
hate it. Um, Peering from around the corner, you will see this young lady.
Ah, fuck. She was like step away from my friends right now. She was like, oh man, they would have never known it was me though. Yeah. And I say, she was like, get back. She was like, Lady Silvestri, get back over here now. My name is Susan.
Don't think I'm not tracking that.
You will see what you remember is Miranda yelling back at who you remember being Lady Silvestri, aka Rebecca, aka every single other name she's given you. But Miranda seems to be talking with the mannerisms of Lady Silvestri, and Lady Silvestri seems to be talking with the mannerisms of Miranda.
So, we got a bit of a Freaky Friday, it seems. I say, she was like, oh, hey, Jay and Lattice. It's so good of you to come through here. She's gonna kind of gracefully walk up the stairs and like come over to you guys. How are you all? She was like, they're doing fine. It's gonna be great. They came here to compete. He was like, they came here to compete again, didn't you? And she was like, there's nothing to compete
Yes,
with here.
compete. What's the compete?
Well, I was going to help a store compete economically by resupplying by giving them cash, but seems you two got a
Well,
situation that might be a little bit more important.
well, it wouldn't have been so difficult. I'm pretty sure you guys would have gotten here sooner if you had, I'll say, if you had taken the tank.
Not really. The tank was slower than our bikes.
Yeah, the tank.
Still plan on getting that back from you.
The tank?
Nope. I was supposed to inherit that tank.
Oh. Can't you just pay someone to build another?
That's an antique. Think of all the things I could have done with a tank.
No.
Would have made the game so much fun. Alexander. Jesus Christ. Yeah, your mom called you. Mom called you. All right. And it's like, yeah, it's been kind of strange around here. It's like it's been kind of strange around here. There must say there seems to be some sort of issue going on. I must say going on in the temple. There was a strange woman who came through. I must say there was a woman who came through here, picked up some supplies, prayed at the shrine, and then went into the temple. And we never saw her leave. And then some sort of wall of light appeared in front of the gateway there. And we haven't been able to, well, say, no one's been able to enter the shrine since. And shortly thereafter, people in town started acting kind of strange. She was like, I came here as part of my journey. She was like, I came here as part of, I'll say, the Miranda and Lady Silvestri's body will be like, I came here as part of my journey. And Lady Silvestri and Miranda's body will be like, she was like, and I came here looking for a cool new battleground. Hopefully, I could, I'll say, to see what we could purchase. If we could purchase some of the rights to the land around here to hold the next tournament. And she was like, but she was like, Miranda's gonna be like, unfortunately, I got stuck in this body, and Lady Silvestri was like, and fortunately, I got this smoking bod. She was like, don't do anything weird. And she was like, I'm not doing anything that you wouldn't have done. Although she's gonna kind of look herself up and down, she was like, although I will admit, I feel like a Rachel. I feel like a Rachel in this. Think I'm gonna call myself Rachel.
Well, that's nice.
But green hair, blue hair, are you still green hair and blue hair?
As far as I know.
Yeah.
How do you know that you're green hair and blue hair?
As well as anyone can know they're anything.
Um,
Miranda's gonna smile. And Lady Sylvester's like, whoa, that's deep, yo. Thank you. Thank you very much.
It's a blueberry.
It is. Thank you. I much appreciate it.
Why do you like blueberry?
Because I'm a normal human being.
Huh?
Okay. Um. Yeah. They will tell you. Miranda was going to tell you that the people in town started acting differently, and due to the shift in personalities, everyone's been kind of hiding out of embarrassment.
okay.
People have kind of hid themselves in their houses. Because some of the people are kind of embarrassed to be other people.
Well, I can imagine. If anything, well, I I couldn't imagine um Alma being in my body. It'd be kind of odd having the Pokemon ordering the trainer around.
She'll be like, thankfully the Pokemon seem to be unaffected.
Well, that's nice.
Good, good.
I say Miranda will be like, she was like, oh yeah, she was like, thankfully, she was like, I can't, she was like, I couldn't imagine switching with any of my Pokemon. I don't want to know what it's like to be in a ball.
Yeah, that probably would suck.
I always thought it was cozy.
It might be, but I mean, have any of you ever been in one?
No.
And I'm not willing to find out.
I'm not sure we could be in one. I don't think they work on people.
Yeah, I don't think they do.
I think we've done a very good job of. I think the technology does a pretty good job making sure that Pokemon can't be put in balls. She's going to. I'm about to say, Lady Sylvester is going to smile. She was like, catching humans in Pokeballs.
No.
I must talk to Father about this. It'll make getting people for the contest even easier. The losers go in Pokeballs, and then we could put them in the trophy room. Miranda's gonna look at her and be like, you need less money in your life. Significantly less money. And she was like, well, fine, okay. We're gonna figure out a way to reverse this because I want to go. It was like she was like, because I want to go home, and as nice as this is being you, I don't like the fact that you keep following me around, telling me what I can and can't do. And she was like, and I don't like the fact that your skirt is so short. This is very uncomfortable.
Well, sounds like we need to go into the shrine then.
Um, Miranda's gonna be like, good luck. Everyone who walks into the light winds up somewhere else.
Really?
He was like, that's the problem with the light. I'm gonna say that wall of light over there. I'm gonna say it's very strange. It was like if you will effectively see this.
Oh.
Here's I'm gonna say shipping. Be right there, and it seems to encompass the entirety of the entrance to the shrine. Um, Miranda is going to say, anytime, it's like, we tried walking in there. Several people have tried walking in there. Sometimes we just randomly appeared. Sometimes we just randomly appeared up the cliffside. A couple of other times we wound up in the forest. Sometimes we wound up in a random bedroom. Um, Lady Sylvester is going to be like, she was like, I popped up in someone's shower.
Oh.
And Miranda's gonna be like, one of my Pokemon wound up she was like, and one of my Pokemon wound up in one of the ice cream freezers in the in the local general store. I had to pay 10 Pokebucks for the 3 ice cream bars that he ate before the shopkeeper threw them out.
Hmm.
But you said that no, say, but you guys said that you needed to buy some equipment.
Well, I wanted to resupply on the basics.
Yeah.
Okay, then let's get you to the general store. If you're going to try to figure out whatever's going on in that cave, it's probably best that you stock up.
Yeah.
All right. She was like right this way. Store is right here, down south of you.
Okay.
So I'll head over that way, see what they got in stock.
Okay. Da. All right. Are you going to the old man or the old woman? The old man's shop seems to be significantly smaller than the old woman's shop.
Um. We'll start with the old woman, I think, because if she's got the larger shop, she can probably handle the economic damage the coupon will do.
Hmm.
Okay. All right. Heading into her shop. I'll say the shop does have a handful of things. So, let's see if I can copy and paste it here. Okay, cool. So she has Pokeballs, Great Balls, and Ultra Balls. She has potions, super potions, hyper potions, and max potions. So, no, so she has all the potions all the way from potion to full restore.
Okay.
She has revive, antidote, paralyze heal. She has all the heals. Paralyze heal, burn heal, and full heal. She has revives, antidotes, awakenings, ice heals, escape ropes, repel, super repel, and max repel. She has the higher quality it is, the less quantity she has of it.
Okay. Well, since I came for restoratives, looking at those potions, full restores, and I think they're ultra potions.
Let's see. You have potion, super, hyper, max. Let's say regular potion, super, hyper, max, and full.
Yep. Okay, so I would like some full restores, and some hyper potions.
Okay, let's see. You said hyper?
Mm-hmm. There's potion, super potion, and hyper potion here in the book. I want hyper.
No, okay. All right, she has 2 full restores and 1 hyper potion in stock.
Okay. I will take those off her hands.
Okay. Cool. Full restore is 3,000, half, and then the hyper potion is 12. I must say 3,000 half, and then hyper potion is 1,200 half.
Wow, she's got them really marked up.
Small town.
Yeah, but it effectively negates the coupon. You've doubled the price, and then I have it back to normal.
No, so that was the price. That's kind of the price they have. It's kind of the price they have listed in here because it was like, yeah, apparently, like, yeah, it was like,
Are you using
are
you using the cost from the game?
No.
Okay. No, it's like I'm looking at the book
no.
here. How much they're supposed to cost? Okay, it was.
Yeah, the cost.
Full restores are how much?
Full restore 3,000, hyper potion 1,200.
Oof.
I'll say if you buy both of the full restores, she will give you a discount.
No,
Remember, remember I'll say this is running on the I'll say the small town market idea as opposed to bulk and buy store.
Okay. Well, yeah, I understand. But I'm just again, the fact that she's doubled the prices from the book is kind of annoying because again, it entirely negates the coupon.
It's I'm about to say
Let's see. Did you say she revives?
I'm about to say she will give you a 20% off for buying all 3 of these. So you can go ahead and knock off 20% before using your coupon.
I will make a note of that. Again, does she have revives?
She does have revives. One moment. Revives. You do, I must say, when you're talking to her, her voice does sound rather masculine and gruff.
So she got switched to probably with the old dude.
She has 1 revive.
Wow. Okay, and how much of a ripoff is that?
The revive. The more thing I must say. Do you have a? Let's see.
Market
Trying
value
to remember
is
this game has it.
300.
Trying to remember its skills. You want to make me a charm roll?
Ha!
Suck at that.
Of course I suck at that. I wasn't supposed to be playing the face.
I'm not super good at that either.
Got a lot of holes, now that everybody dropped out of the damn game, and don't get the levels to get the skill points to plug them.
Let's see. All right. That's my fault. I'll say she's willing to give you a deal because it's been a while since anyone's come through here. For every different item that you buy, she will give you an extra 5% off.
Okay.
not say effectively, so she can work on the must say effective, so she can work on the exiting out the. I'll say she'll do that up to I'll say she'll yeah, it's like for every different item that you purchase. So like if you purchase a revive, so if you purchase like a revive, a hyper potion, and a full restore, that'll be 15% off on top of the 50% off.
Okay. Okay, so I got the 20% off.
Up to a maximum of 30%.
Okay, so I got the 20%. Now I got an additional 15. Okay. Now how much is the revive?
The revive, you are looking at 1,000.
That's 3 times market value.
She's kind of grinning. In your experience, you're kind of I'm gonna say you're kind of used to this. This is the equivalent of a store having a sale, but marking up the price so that when they do the sale, it kind of balances itself out a bit. You can kind of tell that even though this is a merchant, I'm about to say, even though this is like a what do you call it? A tourist trap where things here seem to be costing way more than they would cost in like a normal town.
That's the real reason why there's not a lot of population here.
So this is not a threat. This is just me as a Pokemon Ranger explaining economics to you. You are a tiny ass town whose main trade is a bunch of broke ass kids who happen to wander through looking for something that isn't here. If you intend to actually keep any of this shit open, you probably shouldn't be charging 3 to 5 times market value for shit you barely have any of to begin with. Just saying.
She's gonna like um for the charming nice demeanor
Especially,
that
considering
about to say
these
that she
kids aren't as nice as I am and carry little monsters in their pockets that could level this town with fire.
um I must say for her cute and adorable old granny like demeanor, you'll see her fold her arms and kind of grunt and be like, I like to see him try.
Well, that's a problem for future.
I'll say,
Uh,
I'll say, like, I like to see him try. One of the things you do notice is that a lot of the prices in here do seem to have been changed. Some of them seem to have been marked through and changed with like markers.
okay, well, I have ridiculous dice and intuition, so if Tristan put this together, I think the character can put this together. Kind of leans back towards the quote old man on the other side. Like, hey, Granny, how much is this shit actually supposed to cost?
Granny's not in here. She's in a different shop.
Oh, the old man, the old man's a different shop. Okay.
Yeah, I'll say the old man who you are kind of assuming is probably the the granny now. I'm gonna say he seems to have taken over her shop.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure the two
Wow.
shopkeepers
Yeah.
are switched, and this guy's trying to screw the other one. All right. Well, while we're continuing this highway robbery, that will definitely be getting reported to the Better Business Bureau, and I'll make sure to use the correct pronouns he, him, as opposed to she, her. Do we have any bandages here?
That is hilarious because I must say she is going to tell you he was like, no, that's the other store. They also sell mailboxes.
Good to know. It'll be amazing to see how much more business I can do with them for actual affordable prices.
Good luck.
Yeah, somehow I doubt they're going to try to screw their customers as much as you did. Okay, so 6,000 plus 1,200 plus 1,000 times. You said max was 30%?
Up to a maximum of 30% on top of the 50%. So a total of 80% off. So that's
Okay, so I got a 35% discount between the minus 20% he gave me and then the fact that I got 3 different items. So, yeah, that's my math. Okay.
all right. So that would be the total. He'll smile and be like, "You got it at a steal."
Actually, that balanced out to about market value.
Yeah, I think
I think the only one getting ripped off here is you.
I'll say he's gonna smile. He's gonna smile. Oh, oh, you're a big shot. Especially with this coupon. Don't worry. They pay me. He was like, don't worry. They pay me back the difference for this. So
Yeah, I'll make sure to mail them my receipt.
he's gonna point and be like, he's like her shop. He was like her shop is the other shop. Is the other shop up above. I'll say up by the ruins, the blue one.
Yep. I will head over to the other shop.
Okay.
Okay, so I am not flush restoratives, but I've got a few, just in case.
Okay. Yeah, I was listening to that, and it sounded like this isn't a good place for me to spend my Pokebucks until we get this fixed.
All right.
If we
go.
this
I'll say.
deteriorate.
I'll say. Going into the other. I'll say. Going into the other store, you will see a crotchety-looking old man with like this permanent frown on his face, sitting in a rocking chair with this permanent frown on his face, but also knitting.
Sup, Granny? Hopefully you're doing, your prices are more reasonable than, the guy who just stole your shop across the way.
She was like, "Oh, well, there's not much you can do about it, but I'm taking life as it comes along. You will see that the shelves here are fairly bare. This shop does not seem to be as well maintained as the other shop.
I can't
And
imagine why.
This shop does seem to have some items in it. It doesn't look like it's been ransacked or damaged, but it does look like if you've ever seen those post-apocalyptic things where everything's been picked over and there's only a handful of things on the shelves.
You mean every Resident Evil game that takes place in a city ever?
Yeah. There are a handful of things here. I'll say you do have your bandages. I'll say you do have your bandages. I believe your poultice. I believe. What was it?
Poultice is the other form of bandage, yeah, which I will happily take because I can use those on Greg and it doesn't affect his loyalty. But if I use it on a Pokemon, it might.
They actually have airmail.
Remind me, airmail. That's sending a letter to somebody, right?
Yeah, basically just send a letter, and something will come by and pick it up and take it.
I don't know.
You basically buy it, hold it up in the air, and some sort of flying type Pokemon will come by and pick it up.
Which I don't know why we need to do because we have phones, but Okay, that'll be useful in a minute.
Do we have phones but no cell towers?
If I've been told, if what I've been told is, anywhere near remotely true, some people just like getting letters.
Well, I mean, there's that, and also that particular mechanic was conceptualized before somebody in the game realized that the thing that they realized in the anime way back in season 1, that your Pokedex is also a phone.
And technically, if someone's monitoring your electronics, sending a air letter could be useful if you're trying to be discreet.
Yeah. As I'm not saying it doesn't have a use, I'm just saying it's definitely a dated mechanic.
It's a dated mechanic that could be useful depending on future missions where your tech gets fucked. Or if you're in like the mountains and you don't have signal or something like that.
So, bandages and poultices.
Right. Let's see. Bandages, poultices, quick balls, timer balls, dusk balls, airmail, and regular potions.
Okay, how many potions? So I'm gonna want bandages, poultices, potions, and 1 airmail.
One drugs potion.
No, I bought drugs at the other place.
Hello?
Still here? Yeah.
Sorry. Let's see. Let's see. I said potions, and there's also, even though he doesn't really need it, there's lemonade.
Oh, yeah.
Got plenty of that.
If you want to get some balls here, I would not be offended. Because they definitely have balls I can't make. But I will take your bandages, your poultices, your potions, and 1 airmail.
Oh, okay. Airmail, airmail because like you said, it is outdated.
I still have a fair amount of Pokeballs.
The airmail that he had, that's here, is effectively like airmail, like souvenir greeting card type things. Like the type who's like, oh hey, welcome to Ohio, wish you were here type things.
Yep.
Airmail is there's 55 of them.
Well, I only need 1.
Okay, that'll be 5 Pokebucks.
Okay. How many bandages, poultices, and potions?
Bandages.
Because dude who punches bears goes through a lot of band-aids. Can't imagine why.
No.
I mean, he's good at it. I can't, begrudge his skill. It's just, it happens to burn through a lot of these resources.
There we go.
And are we charging market value, or do we have a lot of markup here too?
There is a 5% markup here.
Okay, so 5% of 300 would be 15. 5% of 225. That's
it. This is the standard. This is like a standard, like a bit of a standard, like small town markup where it's like, yeah, I know I could probably get this cheaper somewhere else, but I like supporting small business markup.
This is. I can accept this markup as just cost of doing business up here because it's probably a bitch to get stuff up here.
Yeah.
Last time I'd be looking around. So this place good?
Yeah, this place is great.
Okay.
So that would be.
What do you have?
Well, there's.
Clean them out of
Like I said, there's.
plenty of other stuff.
Like I said, there's
there's dust balls. I'm gonna say there's two dust balls, timer ball, um, for some reason a safari ball. You're welcome to have.
A safari ball, huh? Huh. I don't see myself
From
using
what
a
I'll
safari
say,
anytime
from what you're
soon.
from what you're looking at, you are guessing that someone forgot it or left it here, and they just decided to put it on the shelf. So you're pretty sure that it wasn't just for sale. It was just like, oh hey, I think one of the trainers who came through here just just dropped the safari ball. Whoop. And the guy, since he owns this place, was like, you know what? Finders keepers, and just decided to sell it.
Okay.
Okay. So you bought all of it?
I bought the bandages, the poultices, and the potions.
Okay.
So they still have the balls. They still have a lot more air mails. There's still plenty of stuff.
Okay.
Okay, that should.
Okay, so you pretty much cleaned out the store of everything except for airmail and Pokeballs.
Yep.
Yeah, so there's Dust Ball, Timer Ball, Quick Ball, and a Safari Ball. Hilariously enough, there are no Pokeballs.
Hmm.
Well, they are the worst ball. Alright, well, now that we've gotten resupplied, and I've made some notes here, let's go check out that force field, shall we?
Okay.
Sounds like a plan. Oh, Alma, did you see anything that interested you?
Alma's just gonna kind of like wave her hand while she's still reading her book, kind of giving you the nothing about this place interests me.
Okay.
Alright. To the force field!
Okay.
Huzzah!
All right, you will head down towards the entrance to the cave. Um, I'll say you will see two inscriptions on the cave walls. Lattice, you will definitely recognize these two drawings. Um, as they are patron saints, I must say, as they, as like coming from your village, you are fairly familiar with them. It is Dialg. They are, I must say, they're ancient. I must say, they're pretty much ancient hieroglyphs of Dialga and Palkia.
Oh. Oh, wow, what were they doing here?
Being ancient.
I must say, Sienna's gonna kind of take a picture of them And she was like, "Well, considering what they were said to have done and what they were capable of, I mean, one controls time and one controls space. It'd be argued that they easily could have been everywhere."
Okay, you're not wrong. Huh. Interesting.
Now,
And they're
which one?
and they're
Sienna's gonna look at you both, and she was like, "So, which one of you two can control time and space?"
well,
She was like, "Is that a ranger thing?"
yes.
Um,
I don't know if space time is considered as part of nature.
we interact with nature, not control it, so.
She was like, "Come on, blue hair, you got this. Use your brain thing."
Unfortunately, I've been using my brain thing this whole time. I've been having to
Brain
listen
is
to all those
like,
things you want to do to that body.
"That's not what he does."
Unfortunately, I've been using my brain thing the whole time. I've been having to listen to all the things you
You
want
know,
to do to
she's
that body
like
you're in.
special and everybody.
Robot
It's like,
Brian!
his brain doesn't control. It's like, "How do you control Pokemon?" She's like, "No, that's not what he does. There's a lot of things that Jay can do."
Like, turn the GM into a robot, apparently.
That is the most interesting power.
You still a robot? Hello?
Okay, there it goes.
Yeah.
Not saying my Wi-Fi decided to be dumb. Just went ahead and shut it off. She's like that's she was like that's not what his brain. She was like that's not what he does. He doesn't control Pokemon. She's like there's a lot of things that Jay can do. She was like there's a lot of things that Jay can do, and Jay is a very talented trainer. And she was like I'm pretty sure since I've last seen him, he can do at least half of the things that I know that he can do. Isn't that right?
Yeah. Unfortunately, one of the things I can do is hear all the pervy thoughts she's having about your body.
She's gonna turn around and look like what? And she was like, "You, you're gonna take his side like he's the protagonist or something?" She was like, "Look at him. He doesn't look trustworthy. You can't even see both of his eyes." I would trust green hair. Green hair's always been nice.
You can see half of my other eye.
Oh, thank you.
Hang on.
Pretty sure he's hiding.
Hang on, I got this.
Date. I'm pretty sure that other eye is hiding some sort of secret. Like maybe he took his brother's eye to get more power.
What the fuck?
I'm pretty sure he doesn't even like his brother, and they're probably going to end up having some sort of fight or something.
Oh no, that would be so sad.
I mean, we all fight our siblings. They're called Pokemon battles. I mean,
No. She was like I know your type, and he's like you and your trying to be all really cool with your bandana and your hair swooping over one eye because you only need one eye because you only need one of everything. You might say your type only need one of everything in order to be cool. You only use one eye. You fight with one hand in your pocket. You Pokemon battle with one hand in your pocket. You only bike with one leg.
why do you need any hands for Pokemon battling? Aren't the Pokemon doing all the work?
Well, for the encouraging gestures.
Oh, is that my problem?
Told you, green hair gets it. Green hair puts us all into it.
Well, that's
I saw
I'm a
green
trainer
hair.
and I'm a ranger.
You don't ranger with both hands?
Oh, I ranger with all my limbs.
Apparently with one eye. Is there even an eye under there? Are you a pirate?
Yes.
I knew it!
And just learning more stuff every day.
Anyway, pervy thoughts aside.
Okay,
What
you
does
are
the
staring at.
I say, what does my aura sense tell me about this force field? I presume I would roll intuition
Um,
for that.
yes. Jesus fuck. Okay.
Oh, it's one of my good skills.
Okay. The source of this field is coming from within the cave. Um, you are picking up. I must say, you are picking up. Um, seems to. I must say, it seems to be. It seems to be a field composed of. I must say, composed of mixed energies that are not in particularly being used from a Pokemon, but ambient energy left from a Pokemon. Um, y- this dimension, I'll say, I'm like this wall of light appears to be some sort of amalgamation of space and time, which would, I'll say, which would explain why, I'll say, which would explain why. I must say, which would explain why people who have stepped into it have been thrown in other places.
Okay, so it's left for Pokemon residue from something in the cave that's doing time-space shenanigans.
Hmm.
Anybody got a way of cleansing status stuff?
From what you would say, from what you can tell, this seems to be along the lines of um, it's like a weather condition,
Yeah,
for lack
that's
of
what
a
I was
better
thinking.
term.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That's what's like. Does anybody have like a weather move or some other means of clearing status on an area?
Um, you would need, and I'll say, ideally, since this is two, you would need two Pokemon that have the skill of activating um, some sort of weather
Yeah,
and activate them at the same time in order to try and offset it.
yeah, because I don't have any moves like that.
Um, David, do you?
Mm, um, I'm looking
I know
around
they're
figuring
normally
out
not
if we
things that
have someone
people
that can already
use.
do it.
I know those are moves that people normally don't have. Um, because most people don't keep weather changing moves.
Okay. Now, did I miss it? Is this preventing us or is this being a hazard?
If we try to move through the force field, because it is a time-space dickery, the same thing will happen to us that happens to everyone else, where you'll get teleported to a random location.
Okay.
Do any of you ladies have Pokemon that can do weather, area, or status cleansing?
Let's see.
Because otherwise, this adventure is about to grind to a very abrupt halt.
Let's see.
Hell, does Heracross have anything?
I laugh. And like I'm laughing, but there's a fairly decent chance that he does. Hold up.
Yeah, I'm scraping the
Look at
bottom of
his
the
shit.
barrel, working with what we got to work with. Again, otherwise this adventure grinds to an immediate halt.
I know. Hold up. Let's
It's the
see.
equivalent of having a tracking mission and the ranger fails the roll. It's
All right. Let's see. Okay, hair across. Da-da-da-da-da. Okay. Um, beating people up, beating people up, beating people up, beating people up who attacks him. Instant kill, beating people up who attacks.
Still into death though. Okay.
Getting stronger by being hurt.
Yeah, I'm not.
Immune to grass. Let's see, immune to grass type attacks. Says no to attacks. Jesus Christ. I've never had to use Heracross in a battle, but Heracross beats the shit out of most things. Okay. Okay.
Knowledge could bind it.
I don't think that's how that works.
It's probably not. I was just trying to reach.
I bind the force field.
It's like I bind the wall of light. The intangible wall of light. Let's see.
Do either of you know of a Pokemon around here that has been able to control the weather, maybe by moods or on the whim?
Okay.
If so, we could go and seek it out.
All right. All right. I'll say, what's her face? Miranda. I'll say Miranda's going to point at Lady Silvestri and her body. She was like, "Okay, you see that third Pokeball on your waist?" And she was like, "Yeah, take it and throw it out." And she's like, okay." She was like, "Go, Pokemon." As this will appear.
Okay, you said Alma can fake it if another Pokemon has it, right?
Yeah.
So, we should be good then. I will do my channeling thing just to make sure everybody's in sync and to help the Pokemon avoid any confusion from the wrong trainer giving orders. And
what I'm gonna have Alma do is use Mimic, because Mimic should let her copy whatever the move is.
Okay.
And with the channeling and Mimic, that should give us the synchronicity we need.
Okay. Let's see. All right. All right. I must say. So, she. I must say. So you're gonna try to synchronize this, correct?
Yep.
Okay. Cool. So one of the things I must say. So, Lapras is going to use. Hold on. Cool. All right. Lapras is going to use she's going to use one like she's going to use one for you to mimic, and then she's going to use another.
Well, doesn't Mimic just copy it? So we'd have two just by virtue of using Mimic at the same time they're using it?
Yeah.
But part of your thing was that you realized it was like you need to use two different weather conditions
Oh,
to offset the two
it has to be
different
two
weather.
different ones. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that was a.
Well, that still works then. Yeah, we're still good.
Yeah. So Lapras is going to work about say with the synchronicity. Going to use the hail. I'm about to say is going to have Alma use hail, and then once Alma starts using hail, is going to use rain. All right. So this sleet storm I'll say this downfalling sleet storm will will begin to will begin to come down in this area. Um, you will see the wall begin to you will see the wall begin to disperse. This wall of light starting to kind of break away and disperse. But the energy from this wall of light will also begin to push back against the hail and rain until all four of these elements begin to you will see lances of energy shooting out of this wall, striking at the hail and the snowstorm clouds, as all of them begin to start coalescing and compacting into itself, turning into the gradually shrinking into this small marble that eventually disappears and sprinkles into dust on the ground.
Okay. Well, that looks like a clear to me.
Yep.
The entrance to the cave seems to have been cleared.
Oh, thank you too.
And I'll say the I'm gonna say the I'm gonna say the Lapras will smile, and she was like, "Okay, okay, get back in the ball. Can't let them know too much." Sure. She's gonna be like, she was like, "You're lucky it is an emergency. I really didn't want you to see what sort of Pokemon I had until later."
We have plenty of time for you to swap out Pokemon if you are so inclined.
I can swap out Pokemon just like you can.
I swap out Pokemon all the time.
She'll look at you. She's like, you know what I mean. And it's like it's like we both have limited amounts.
Oh, I understand that. I'm just saying, Lapras not showing up whenever that concentration happens. Not that hard.
No, she was like not for you, and she's gonna point over to Lassus.
He'll like have like a half like smile on his face.
No, so she was like, I know you're not interested in fighting.
Nope. How are you gonna know how strong you are unless you get up to challenges?
I like surprises.
Well, let's see what's in the cave, shall we? That should be a surprise for everybody.
Okay. As you make your way into the cave, I'm about to say Miranda's gonna be like, I think I'm gonna stay out here. She was like, I think I'm gonna stay out here. Sienna's gonna ask, do you guys need me to come in with you?
Well, I mean, having backup would be nice, but if, you know,
I'm not opposed to. I'm just making sure.
yeah. Well, we're, currently down a few people, so.
Okay. No, say, which
Rather have you and
case?
not need you than the other way around.
You make your way into the cave.
I swear to God, it was that guy digging again.
I found even more stuff.
It's like, there's literally nobody in this
you'll
town. I don't think they would have stopped you from digging, or even been aware you were digging.
you walk into so you walk into here, and you will see three people who are in here.
Oh, they look familiar.
Yeah, those are the flunky uniforms.
I'll say, you've seen these people before I'll say, when you were in that underground base. They are members of Team Eclipse.
Yep.
And standing at the shrine, and turning around to see you.
Is Miss I can't show up on camera.
She's going to turn around and look at you and like, oh. Oh, well, hi there. I thought that she's like, I thought that you were busy at that carnival.
Wow, you been down here a while then. Yeah, carnival's over. That was yesterday.
Yeah, I thought that was going to take a bit longer. Oh, well,
Yeah, that's what happens when you break time and space. You lose track of time.
oh, nobody broke it. I didn't do
Yeah.
anything to break it. I just came here to pick up some.
Did something belong to you? Or are we robbing the town
She'll,
of their sacred relics?
I'm about to say she's gonna look at the wall. She's gonna look at the wall. She's gonna look at the wall and kind of place her hand on it, just kind of like stroke it. She was like, something like that.
Insight check. Which I believe is intuition in this game, actually.
Mm-hmm. Are you trying to tell if she's lying or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, with the phrasing something like that, I'm pretty sure she's full of shit, but.
She is telling the truth. There is something that she is trying to get something back. It does not. It is not the Pokemon, but there seems to be. I'll say there is I'll say I'll say she seems to be trying to get something back that, from what you can tell, is going to involve some sort of ritual.
And that something does belong to her?
Um, whatever she's trying to get back through the ritual does belong to her. You also get the feeling that whatever she's going to do in order to get back what belongs to her is probably going, I'm about to say, is probably going to cause, I'm about to say, is probably going to cause some sort of problem.
Wow, that's incredibly vague and not helpful.
I'm about to say, um, effectively, in order to do whatever ritual she's trying to do to get whatever she feels that she's missing back, it is going to cause. She is going to effectively be messing with powers that could possibly harm her.
Well, it's only self-harm at that point.
Um, I must say she's effectively. I must say, from what you can tell, the ritual involves these three involves using the just like similar to using the ambient power that was used to block off this cave. Um, she, I must say, whatever she's about to do is about to involve the ambient power of the three lake spirits, which could or could not be lead to something that
Um,
I'm not saying.
well, you know a lot more about Pokemon than me. This sounds like more of a Pokemon education thing at this
I
point.
guess I'm still having a hard time
I'm
coming
not
up with
saying.
a reason to actually care.
Okay.
It's like
Okay,
she's
with that Masa, with that Pokemon education role, she is effectively trying to use part of the life force of these three Pokemon in order to do something for herself.
okay. Well, unless you happen to have the contact info for those three to get consent, I believe as a ranger I'm supposed to step in and tell you to piss off.
They left. I'm not say she's gonna be like they left their power here. It's she was like they left their power here. Um and she was like they left their power here and the power that and I will say and a fragment of the power that they left here. If I was Mase, she was like I could see if I she was like I could see if I was trying to take all of it from one of them. But if I take a portion from all three, then they should be fine.
Yeah, again, this is a very precariously written adventure that makes it very hard to find a reason to intervene, but I've got the consent clause is really all I can come up with, so.
I mean, I kind of felt like her taking a third of the life force of all three of these, of all three of these spirits was enough of a reason for you to jump in.
Well, again, the thing is, you know, I don't know if there even still exists, so she may just be trying to pull on nothing. For all
Like
I
I
know,
said,
that
like I said, you're like I said, you're still.
whatever she's doing could be perfectly reasonable, and they're down with it. Again, the lack of information is what's making this hard.
No, I'll say from I'll say your intuition. I'll say that's what I was saying. Your intuition role is picking up that she's just I'm gonna do this because I need it, and if they suffer from it, oh well.
Yeah, which is again what yeah, it's like gotta stop you. You're gonna hurt Pokemon. It's kind of my job to stop that.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to make this as black and white as possible. She's like, I don't know if they exist. I don't care if they exist. I know that their power can help me. So if they get hurt, the closest I can get to not hurting them is only taking a third of their life force. If I take a third from all three, then that should be enough instead of just sacrificing one. So that's why I was like, yeah, this seems fairly cut and dry. I was like, I'm doing this whether they like it or not. Or she's going to at least attempt to. Like you said, she might end up pulling from absolutely nothing. She has no clue whether they exist or whether they're still around or not. They're not ancient. Like they're not ancient like other Pokemon. They Most people can assume that they've been around for like hundreds of years, as opposed to the thousands and upon thousands of years that others have been around since like the fucking dawn of time and shit. Like these Pokemon are pretty much just about as old as Zapdos and Articuno and Moltres, which is like hundreds and hundreds of years as opposed to thousands and thousands or millions. If you're thinking about like fucking Kyogre and Giratina and shit.
Yeah, we all know the deal
But
at this point, so.
she's going to look and be like, I must say she was like, she was like, I wish I say she was like, she was like, I wish I had Rose. It was like I would, she's gonna kind of scoff like, I wish I had Rose ability to be able to talk things out. Must say, but must say, seeing that he has all the charisma, I guess I got to be the brutish one, huh?
I guess.
Okay. Well, and she was like, "Well, you've been hired for a job. You know what to do." The two of them are gonna look at each other. She was like, "Do the thing. Pull out your Pokemon and distract them so that I can do the ritual thing."
So, how about I ask you a bit more of a direct question?
Ah,
If you're dealing with time and space, why? I figure it's to save someone? Or just.
yes, me. I'm tired of living like this.
Hmm. Have you thought about asking them?
I don't know where they are,
Well, then have you
but
thought about finding
must
them?
say, I know that this must say, I know that I must say, from my studies, I've come to realize that these ruins are more or less their origin points, and that they are inherently connected here. If they do, must say, if they do exist, then I can pull. Then by all rights, if this ritual goes well, I can pull from I can pull from their very essence through this. I'll say through this temple,
Well,
and I can use it to restore myself.
you're dealing with time and space. Try to learn. Try to. I don't know. Get Dialga's attention so you can ask Dialga, and then send messengers everywhere for the other one.
I don't.
You need a mediator, not whatever this is.
I'll say she's been like, I have been waiting for far too long to be. She was like, I don't have. She was like, I don't have Rose patience. It was like I don't have Rose patience to be trying to track down. I'll say to be trying to track down those two silly lizards on the outside of this temple. It was like she was like I'm not here for space and time. I'm here. And she was like I'm here because she was like I'm here because of these three entities' psychic powers. And I'm going to, and I'll say, and I'm going to use their psychic powers. It was like, I'm going to use their psychic powers to restore myself. And you can have this, I'll say, you can either go back outside of that cave and restore that space time wall because I don't know how you got past it in the first place.
Nanomachines, son.
What's your deal? What's your problem? Because we're not gonna just allow you to, well, siphon an alleged third of energy.
She's going to say, what's my problem? What's my problem? Okay, I can show you what my problem is. You want to see this problem? Okay. Hey, you. She's gonna look over at the guy and he was like, yeah. And she was like, yeah, do the thing. He was like, I don't wanna. It's weird. And she was like, no, do the thing. Do the thing. I was like, the kid over there wants to see it. And he was like, all right. He's gonna pick up a rock and kind of like throw it sideways at her. She's gonna hold up her hand. The rock is going to hit her hand and kind of lose momentum as it squishes through her hand and comes out the other end, kind of like a kind of like a gooey jelly.
Are you a ditto?
She's like, no. She was like, no. She was like, She was like, no, I'm affected. She was like, no, I'm stuck in this strange state of living and ghost.
It was that guy with the goop machine, wasn't it? Yeah, I got weird shit happen with that. With that,
She,
with that too.
she was like, what? What are you
Yeah.
talking about? Look out for Goop Machine. What are you?
Huh?
She was like, what are you talking about? I was like, look out for. She was like, oh, that guy. Oh, who? No, 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 no. Trust me, I'm significantly older than him.
Yeah. Um.
No, I've been sitting. I'll say I've been sitting around here, and she was like, I've been sitting around in limbo, and I'm tired of sitting around in limbo. I want my body back, and the only way I can get my body back, or at least this is the first. I'll say this is the first reasonable plan I've been able to conceive, is to take enough energy to be able to form a corporeal body again.
Ask a Ditto if you can possess it.
I don't know how to possess Pokemon.
You get a body. You get whatever body you want.
I can't possess people. I'm not that kind of ghost.
Oh, you're very much of a ghost, are you?
I'm gonna say you saw. I'm gonna say my body is basic. I'm gonna say my body is more or less like
Some
ghostly protoplasm.
thing. Yeah, yeah. It's I don't know what to say about that. I'm not into that the ancient great Poke civilization ghost stuff. That wasn't my thing.
Hmm.
So yeah, at this point, let's here I'll start on my use light screen.
I'll say with that. I'm gonna say with this fight about to become underway. We will stop it there as they. I'm gonna say as the two Eclipse grunts will ready their Pokeballs. While she, I must say, two Eclipse grunts will ready their Pokeballs as she reaches for one that's on her waist, which surprisingly, the Pokeball that's on her waist also looks kind of sickly and ethereal, just like her.
I know it's going to be a normal ghost type. Yeah, I know what I just said.
It's like, huh, then what will work on it? But yes. Because of Tristan, because of Tristan's really good role when it came to the force field, you guys kind of bypassed about 50% of the mission.
Oh shit. Oh, okay.
What would that 50% have been? Just getting randomly teleported around the place?
Maybe having to figure out a teleportation pattern, maybe?
Originally, it was kind of you were going to get teleported to a handful of different places, and you were going to find clues that would have led you to that. But I was like, man, that role is really good. There's no real reason why I can't really say why he didn't come to this conclusion. Ah, shit. Oh. So it's like, All right, well, speed run it is. So I'm like, you pretty much did the equivalent. I say, you pretty much did the equivalent of why don't we just go back into the base the way that we left it.
No.
So yeah, this this is pretty much that. So I was like, huh, well, you know what? I mean, you didn't lose out on any XP because you wouldn't have battled anything. You would have just done a handful of puzzles. There there are about two or three maps. There are about two or three maps where you would have done puzzles to basically get like some pieces to put together because I knew that you guys didn't really have any characters. I knew that you guys didn't really have any characters that, had had weather based maneuvers. So I was like, okay, they don't have weather-based maneuvers. Here are these different relic items that are kind of hidden in different places because the place was going to teleport you to different spots where fragments of the ruins are around this place because, like I said, it's a ruin and it's been here for centuries. So, of course, over time, weather would have, broken it apart and sent parts of it in certain directions, but they're inherently, connected to one another. So every time you got teleported, you would have been in the vicinity of some place and something might have had it. So in one of the maps, you would have like gone to an area of the forest and you would have like had to use your senses to find it. And you would have found out that like some Pokemon had a piece of it and made part of its nest out of it. So you would have had to try to get that piece out of a nest while the Pokemon's up in there and convince it like, oh hey, yeah, I know my babies are up here, but please let me, rifle through your nest to get this fragment. And then you get it and then you go to the next place and do something. And once you came back with all three fragments, put them together and the field would have broken and you would have gone in.
I am so glad we did the bypass.
Like I said, it was just going to be a couple of like small mini puzzles and just stuff, mainly stuff to be able to use your side skills and abilities to be able to do that. It's like, oh hey, I can talk to Pokemon, I can do this, like hijinks ensue as you attempt to try to like talk these Pokemon into letting you do stuff. So yeah, technically it's like, huh, yep, bypassed all that. So I was like, all right, we'll just go back and erase those maps now. They weren't big maps. Each of those maps were probably about as big as this one. They're just small maps with like one or two trees on it. But yeah. Yes. Basically, trying to either I'll say so. Yeah, you're trying to effectively stop a ritual that she believes will work. I'll say, but based off of the aura that you're picking up, if there was enough ambient energy in order to make that field, chances are there's more than enough ambient energy or connection to the lake spirits to be able to pull it off, and that's what she's hoping for. I'll say, but effectively, her callousness towards whether this will actually affect the Pokemon or not, is what the main problem is here.
Okay. Yeah, I think it's Lattice just isn't understanding, even with the impatience, the entire thing about just going on an expedition to seek them out and request stuff from them, because like draining their energy would certainly get their attention, I'd imagine. Probably piss them off.
Yeah, that's the thing. She's not trying to confront them.
Well, I mean,
So she's like,
with time and space, you piss them off. One can get to you immediately by space folding, and the other one can get to you because they were already here.
yeah. That was her whole thing. And she was like, "I'm trying to steal their power so that by the time they realize what's going on, it's already too late."
this almost sounds like one of those things where ecosystems would be dying and Pokemon displacement as she tries various things through the campaign to restore herself and and us encountering those effects. These been these guys have been relatively subtle, actually.
Ro has been trying to do things where he's been ambiguous about what he's gonna do and what sort of effect it's gonna have. She's been more like, yeah, I want this. What if somebody gets hurt? Yeah, what if somebody gets hurt?
Right.
Yeah. Ro is pretty much like, this might hurt, this might cause damage, it might not. Somebody could be hurt, somebody might not be. Technically, I could have probably done this with, with less effort of this, but, you can never be too careful. I say he's about backup plans. She's pretty much like, look, we're in the middle of nowhere. Nobody comes through here. No one's gonna miss this place if something happens to it. It'll be fine. She is definitely more of a. I must say, out of the two of them, she is definitely more of a callous villain.
Yeah, I can see that.
I must say, I'm trying not to go full mustache twirling villain, but so I'm trying to keep her from going that far. But yeah, she is definitely like, she was like, if they're dead anyway, they won't miss it. So yeah. So yeah. Alright then. In which case, I will see you guys tomorrow, and tomorrow is
Yep.
Star Wars. Okay. And then the week after is the one shot again?
Part 2 of the one shot, yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Given the situation, it may actually take more than just 2 sessions, but
we will see.
We will see.
Okay. Part 2, must say, part 2 of the one shot. More dragonflies.
Yeah.
God, I hope not.
No. It's, there shouldn't be dragonflies. There should be other fun things, though. And depending on who we have, exploration of different skill uses.
Cool. Well then, see you guys tomorrow at what I assume is 8?
Yep, 8-ish.
Okay. Cool. Later, guys.
Later.
Yeah.